If there's anything that I can say right now as I stand here, sleep deprived as all hell, a little bit hungover, fresh out of work, repping my boy, repping my team, it feels so good seeing all the love, for seeing this man, for seeing Saquon Barkley, AJ Brown, guys like Cooper DeJean, Brandon Graham, Quinyon, everybody that is so likable, that is really just phenomenal people, great players. After so much talk about how this is going to be the worst Super Bowl ever, how nobody wanted to see either team win, the way that we came out and handled our business, took our Lombardi trophy, and silenced the GOAT talks for a little bit when it comes to Patrick Mahomes, seeing all the outcry of just sheer joy and happiness from every single fan base, including guys that we have had beef with, like the Niners, like the Commanders and the Cowboys. You see guys in those communities saying, it sucks that they won, but at least the Chiefs didn't three-peat. It's just like, man, what a time. What a time to be where I am right now as an Eagles fan, where we are all at as Eagles fans. And it's I got no words, I brought it up in my video last night, that just 7 years ago will forever be one of my favorite games ever. That game is special, holds a real special place in my heart. First ever Super Bowl, the story of Nick Foles and that team overcoming all the injuries, all the adversity, underdogs, despite being the number one seed in the NFC, best team in the NFL. I mean, that will always hold a special place in my heart. But this truly, if you're a WWE fan like I am, this was truly our Cody Rhodes finish the story moment for Hurts, for Sirianni, AJ, Smitty, Goddard, the whole O-line, everybody, Brandon Graham, especially with Brandon Graham. To lose the way we did 2 years ago, to become one of the most disappointing stories of all time last year, 10-1, Hurts is in the MVP conversation, to drop 7 of our last 8 the way that we did, and fall from 10-1 to 11-6, 11-7 if you count the playoff loss. To overcome all of that adversity, to overcome all of that, and to get to this point, being Super Bowl champions, taking what's rightfully ours, finishing our story, it really could not have gone any better. I did not think that we would win the way we did, and now clearing my head of all the adrenaline, of all the alcohol, of just the sheer excitement, just reflecting on it now, as we're nearing the 24-hour mark and a couple hours from when the game started. It's crazy. It's a surreal sight, and now we're getting all that conversation that everyone here in Philly has been saying for so long, that Hurts deserves to be in this conversation of top 10, top 5 quarterback play. This team, Nick Sirianni, everybody deserves the respect that they're not being given yet. And if it takes getting back to a second Super Bowl, and even that's not enough, do what we just did yesterday, that's all it takes, then sure, we'll keep doing that. We'll continue to blow teams out in the big time moments against the Commanders, the 49ers, the Chiefs. It doesn't matter. If that's the way they earn the respect that we deserve, then we'll do it. We'll continue to do it, because that's what we do, is take care of business. And ever since this man became the starter, ever since Nick Sirianni came into this locker room, and I've had my beef with him. 2023 was not pretty. 2021 was a very questionable season. To see what he's been able to accomplish with so much adversity, so much doubt, and so many, coaches on his staff going in and out, and continuing to have this level of excellence, this level of success that he's had. Hurts, Sirianni, the rest of the squad, Darius Slay, Brandon Graham, Lane Johnson, everybody on this team that's already been cemented as a great player have just cemented themselves even further beyond that as legends, as coaches, and as players. Kellen Moore, best of luck to you wherever you go. If it's New Orleans, if you somehow manage to stay in Philly, fantastic, but I doubt it. He's definitely going to New Orleans. But either way, I'm not worried. And I wish him nothing but the best because he came in here and saw this group that Brian Johnson couldn't do anything with last year, especially when it mattered the most. A team that was so close the year before. He took us to the promised land, and he got it done in the most dominant fashion I've ever seen in my life, and it still doesn't feel real. And I'm starting off 2025 on this high note. The offseason has begun for us now, and we're on top of the mountain, baby. We made it. We're back, and we're going to stay. And like Hurts said, like I said last night, this is just the beginning.